You signed up for a condo investment, putting your hard earned money a couple of years ago, only to realize right now that it is not worth the same money you paid for it. It's not only you, there are multiple people just like yourself, investors and home buyers alike, who are in a situation like this. What does this all mean? Why is it happening? Why are developments not being constructed or even being converted into rentals? What does it mean for the real estate market and especially you, the investor or the buyer? Today, I'm going to pull back all the curtains and show you what's happening right now. If you stick around till the end of this video, I will share 3 tips which you need to follow if you have a completion of a pre-sale coming up in 2025 up to 2028. Hi, my name is Roshan Victor. I'm a local realtor here in the Fraser Valley, and I help families just like yourself make informed decisions based on data and market knowledge. If you have purchased a pre-sale or are thinking of buying an investment property, you definitely need to watch this video till the end, and you need to be updated on everything that is going on in the market. To do that, simply hit the like button, hit the subscribe and the bell icon, and you will be updated on all the new videos that I put out. So what's happening right now in the market, and where is the market at this time when we talk about pre-sales? For that, I'm sharing a screen with you. We'll go through this article. Real estate in crisis, inside the economic meltdown threatening BC developers. When we talk about this article, which came out on July 2025, let's dive straight into the meat and potatoes. Metro Vancouver saw 1,472 pre-sales for high-rise concrete condos in the first 2 quarters of 2025, said Stefan Grenier, Vice President of Zonda Urban, a major pre-sale tracking firm. At the rate the region is on track for a 20% decline in high-rise concrete pre-sales from 2024 and a 53% from 2023. Only one concrete high-rise project launched in the second quarter. The region is on track for a 33% decline in all pre-sales, wood and concrete included, for this year when you compare it to the last. And pre-sales overall are down 50% compared to the long-term historic averages. That is important. That's a big collapse. As a result, residential construction has stalled. More than 22% of land sales over $5 million in the first quarter of 2025 were court ordered, double the same period last year, according to UDI. The region's unsold condo inventory is expected to increase by more than 60% for this remainder of the year. Of the 1,689 pre-sale units in the market in the second quarter of 2025, more than 61% are in the danger zone, where project pre-sale lag far behind the 70% target. Some developers are canceling projects while others are converting midstream to rentals. I'm sure you have already heard about the 60-story curve luxury project in west end of Vancouver. That's in insolvency. Tangerine Development, on the other hand, flipped the 379 unit condo plan in Surrey to a rental last month. And West Group converted 294 condo tower in New Westminster into rentals in 2024 using a 135 million loan from CMHC. What does this also mean is, if it continues the way it is, this is going to have devastating economic impacts, not only for the industry, but also for the supporting industries. Let's talk about that quickly. The economic impact of a residential construction slowdown could be immense. There are more than 2.2 billion in property transfer tax revenues from real estate transactions at risk for the provincial government. During a record deficit year, it has budgeted for an average of 5.5% annual growth in transfer tax revenues, based on which they've already done the spending. That's not happening, nor is a budgeted jump in the housing starts. Roughly 10% of BC's GDP is linked to its 250,000 construction jobs, half of which are in the residential section. Now, you got to also consider there are various companies like mechanical, electrical, HVAC, drywall, civil contracting, rebar, marketing, architecture, engineering, all of these are going to be impacted. Now, this is the grim reality of the current market in the lower mainland. And is it going to stay this way for a long period of time? Maybe not. There are projects being cancelled almost every week at this point, and some of them are being converted into rentals. There's going to be a huge supply of rental properties in the near future, which is good because that is going to bring down the rental rates all across the board. However, where is the challenge going to come is in the next 5 to 10 years, we are not going to have enough supply of resale properties or pre-sales coming up. There is a separate video which I'll be doing of why is it non-feasible for developers to consider projects at this point in time. Not only because the sales are low, but also the construction cost and the government fees are super high. We will dive deep into the topic pretty soon, and there'll be another video coming out shortly with that. So stick around, because what I'm going to say next is also going to be impacted by that. In the next 5 to 10 year window, which we are talking about from 2030 to 2035, there is going to be literally no starts for new construction, which also means all these renters at some point are going to be looking at buying their own property, and there is going to be a lack of inventory. And that's when the property that you just bought and you have completed, or you are looking at complete in the near future, with a little bit of planning and sustenance, you should be able to still get top dollar in the next 5 to 10 years when you're looking at selling it and make a profit. Like I promised you, if you have a pre-sale which you're looking at buying, or you've already purchased and completion is in 2025 to 2028, anywhere in between, here are 3 things which you need to do to ensure that you are ahead of the game. Number one, get your realtor to evaluate every month what the current value of that property is. What's the advantage of doing that? You will know what additional down payment you will need apart from the one you had planned for, in case the appraisals do not come to the contract value. Number two, if you have an option of assigning, what does that look like, and what are the losses you're going to make at this particular point in time? And also ask your realtor to evaluate what your losses could have potentially been if you had put it on assignment, say maybe 3 to 6 months ago. That gives you the rate of decline, which is very important to factor in. Number three, if you have a completion coming up in the next 6 months, you should be doing this. Contact your developer and ask for decoration allowance or even discounts outrightly, as there are a lot of developers at this point offering that to buyers who are intending to complete on the property, but their appraisals are not coming to the full value. A question I quite often get asked is, what if we do not have the additional funds to complete on the sale of that property because the appraisals are not coming to value? Speak to the developers, because some will let you walk away from a deposit with no additional implications. So that may be a good situation for you at this point, not the most ideal. Thank you for watching the video. If you would like a one-on-one consult to go over your current scenario and situation, to know what the best course of action is, there is a link in the description below of this video where you can book a one-on-one consult with me, and looking forward to helping you make the right decisions. Thank you so much. If you haven't done so yet, hit this like and subscribe button and the bell icon. I will be putting out videos on a weekly basis and updating you on what's going on in the market. Thank you. Have yourself a great day.